Hi everyone, this is my review of Quantum Leap, The Lonely Hearts Club. I'll tell you the number, but I don't know. 1 minute. Lonely Hearts Club. Anyway, needless to say, um, for those that this is a big deal in, he actually does the traditional leap for the first time ever in this. Yeah, he actually turned blue when he told Addison he didn't want her to be his hologram. Um, I wouldn't revisit this one because it was so perfect. I wouldn't want. It's not like Carly Farmer where I wanted to see it through the sister's perspective. No, or the boxing where I think Sam Beckett's following him around. No, it's not like that. It's more like this is that one comic book you don't want to touch because you might like tear the pages out. It's so old and pristine. I enjoyed this one. I still think, like I said, that Addison's boyfriend, if anything, is misguided. I said outright evil before. Season 2, episode 4. The episode that we're currently doing. Everyone remember that now, if you wish. That's from one of my favorite book series of all time. If you know, you know. Um, the old actor that I kind of reminded me of Luke and Laura, where this woman was his co-star, and they were clearly on like a soap, or he was a big time action hero. It kind of varies because they don't say, but um, he was somebody. He was important. He reminded me of my grandmother. The way she approached life, or told me to approach it. Yeah, that's more adequate, wouldn't you say, Mom? That every day is an adventure. And I love seeing that in media because who doesn't like being reminded of loved ones? I mean, that and you had him promise that Quantum Leap was never going to get shut down. Addison's boyfriend or husband or whatever. And you know that's not how politics works. There's always going to be the next guy that doesn't understand the importance of what you're doing. they've been trying to shut down important stuff for a long time. Like, there's people who don't understand the importance of social security in our world, and that blows my mind. But needless to say, not to get too political, but what he promises the flock of Quantum Leap people working for Quantum Leap is that this program will never get shut down. And even in the show, even in the prior show, the show this show is the continuation of what's people trying to shut it down. And there was that one senator that had to change because she was affected by the quantum leap. That's what you get from not showing what Ben's affecting. I just want to see that one episode that that is very similar. That says that Ben affected this specific thing. And I think they're kind of pulling toward that if I had to guess. But remember there was that other senator that came to Quantum Leap and she's very Larry on it anyway. And it's like, that's gonna be part of the thing. But why do you think they are bringing all this stuff in? Um, I think they're trying to. I also think they're trying to explain how Quantum Leap is able to leap past its own lifetime with this um hyper accelerated chip. I could be wrong. At the very least, there's people that are monitoring Quantum Leap now in the show. Yeah, it, it is the company that Mason Alexander Park's girlfriend Rachel and works for. Ian's girlfriend Rachel works for, and he's like he explain he explains what I've explained to you just now, right? Like how it's nothing to worry about because they hadn't found Ben, and then she asked him, "Did, did you find Ben?" And not tell me. And the answer is yes. And those two's relationship have grown strained because of it. But why did they bring in that particular part if they're planning to do nothing with it? There's like a huge pile of things for this episode. They brought in stuff and they're like planning to do stuff with. Even if you didn't enjoy this episode, there was enough breadcrumbs there that they're leading you somewhere. and Ben's gonna try to do it without Addison, but that can't be done. Quantum Leap isn't a one-man mission. Quantum Leap is you gotta show the other man behind the camera. So I hope it's not Jen. I'd rather see Mason Alexander Park. I like him. My personal best, most favorite, wonderful guy for the job of hologram would be Ernie Hudson, but I don't know. I don't know if they're going to include that. I think they could. I'm I'm kind of curious to see how they're going to keep Addison in the show. I think they will. I don't think this whole I'm going to do it solo act is going to work for very long. So I think eventually she'll have to tell Tom Westfall to take a hike, Mike, as it were. You know, hit the road, Jack, that sort of thing. Um, and then you had the the actual leap itself with this old actor who who was trying to impress his co-star, like I said earlier, and he realizes that he has grown apart from her, which I get, but Ben and Addison's love isn't as old as the actor and his wife. Ben and Addison still have that second chance. The actor and his ex-wife don't. I don't know. That's just me. I mean, I'm happy that they didn't directly show the man try to kill himself. I'm happy they try to imply that the man that it gave it a weight that this man might do something rash. I'm glad he got a happy ending, but at the same time, for them to say there was a flaw in Quantum Leap, no, it's love. That's why you. That's why you do things. Put a little love in the world, not because I'm gonna possibly come home someday. You do it because it's the right thing to do. You show up on Quantum Leap because it's the right thing to do, not because that's just my opinion on what the Quantum Leap project in Quantum Leap is. That Bakula did it because he wanted a legacy and he knew that doing this for humanity would better humanity. You know? Does that make sense, Mon? Yes. And I still hope that Sam comes home. I still believe he could, but at this point, if Tom Westfall is heading Quantum Leap, if he's the head and he destroys his project, I don't want Sam to come home to oh, by the way, your wife left you. Because remember, the original Quantum Leap, Sam had a wife waiting for him, just like the guy in in the main mission today. He had a love, and this lady is still waiting for him. She is friends with Al, and they even reference her in like earlier points of this show. It's like, yeah, Addison could have waited. Yes, she points out how selfish that was of Ben to say. People that watched it. But at the same time, like he said last week, there's nothing that forced her to bury him. You know? That's just my take on that. And for that reason, I'd only give it a 4. It's not a perfect episode. It's a episode I go back and rewatch, but not perfect. And I don't want them to tamper with it any further. You did what you did. It's out there, you know. I hope that this this week's is just as good. I hope that you enjoyed my comic book review that I just recently did on Stargirl and Static Shock. And my little hint at what book I'm going to review next. Comic books, for those who are new, is what started this channel. Comic books were my world with my grandmother. And I don't think I'd give it up right now. I mean, yeah, it it's the bedrock of the channel. I just do, do Quantum Leap and Doom Patrol and whatnot because I enjoy it. But comics will always have a special place in this. Yes, I do games. Yes, I encourage you to stay for the games and everything else. But um, how to put this? If comic books were as good, no, I'll just let you watch the video yourself, and hopefully it comes across what I'm trying to say. Yeah, watch my Stargirl review, please. Grandma, we miss you. Bob out. I do, Mom.